Hello everybody, and welcome to the English Teacher's Guide to GCSE and A-level Poetry. This is everything you need to know about Futility by Wilfred Owen. Now the aim of this video is to give you everything you need to cut out all the rubbish, give you just what you need to create top mark pieces of analysis. Okay, so let's waste no time at all. This is a brief biography of Wilfred Owen. Obviously please feel free to pause this and note down any key information. Things to learn are that he obviously fought during the First World War and tragically died just before the very end. His work was very much influenced by his meeting with Sassoon during his time at Craig Lockhart Hospital in Edinburgh after suffering from shell shock. Okay, here's a poem. You should already have read this 3, 4, 5 times. You should already have your own analysis of this poem. But I'm not going to waste your time today to read this because it should already be done. You should already know this inside out. But what's its basic meaning? Well, it's set on the front line on a winter's morning, and the poem explores Owen's reaction to the death of a soldier who he may know. The first stanza focuses on the power of nature, particularly the sun, and its ability to create and support life. Stanza 2 changes drastically, however, with Owen questioning why the sun is unable to help those around him. Owen also wonders how life can be so destructive. Okay, so let's get on with the analysis then, shall we? So, form. This is an elegy, and usually an elegy is a celebration of life. But this poem becomes much more of a criticism of nature and the power to create and preserve. The poem also has 14 lines, like a sonnet, but again, rather than showing some kind of appreciation for the subject matter, it's actually being fairly critical. We see this structural use being employed by Sassoon as well. It's this idea that it reflects a change in society, that life is no longer the same as it once was. The title as well is obviously highly anti-war and rather blunt, which is far more so than some of Owen's other poems, such as Dolce Decorum Est, which uses the title in a more ironic fashion. Furthermore, the voice is more active within the first stanza, which places us along the trenches with him. However, the second stanza becomes more distant, and this helps to create a reflective tone, which enables the voice to change our perception of war and life and its situation, as well as question himself. And again, this helps to create a level of uncertainty. Okay, so pause, add any notes that you need to your own poem, and let's move on. So structure. The ABABCCC rhyme scheme helps establish a slight lack of rigid organisation, which again reinforces the idea that life has lost its sense of natural order. This also differs from many of the earlier war poems, which incorporate a simpler, more rigid rhyme scheme to reflect a sense of certainty, unity, and positivity. Owen's work uses half rhymes. These are rhymes that don't quite work, but they do. And this once more supports this idea that the natural order of life is no longer fully in balance. Things just aren't quite right. Stanza 1, in terms of structure, is calmer, more nurturing with its view of nature, where stanza 2 explores a colder view of nature. So this is what life was like, this is what it is like now, and what the future will hold. Furthermore, the use of the rhetorical questions at the end of stanza 2, as I've previously just mentioned, help to question the reader, but it reinforces this somewhat confused or angered voice at the situation they see in front of them. Okay, pause, add the notes that you need, and we'll move on. So language. Stanza 1 uses gentler lexis to reflect the warmth of the kind old sun. The lexical choice creates a sense of an older order in which life was better. The sun can obviously represent hope, God, the old established orders, or any sense of power which helps produce and preserve life. Stanza 2, as I've said, changes and becomes more accusational towards the cold star with its fatuous sunbeams. The choice of language here demonstrates a more aggressive view of the world, which now seems cold towards soldiers. Star also suggests a sense of distance, which is different from the sun in stanza 1, which, just like the stars in the sky, highlights a lack of direct support or even greater sense of distance. The fatuous sunbeams is even more accusational, suggesting that whatever support is received from the literal or metaphorical sun, it's pointless, which again forces the voice to consider the point of life and why they are fighting in the first place, which supports again the anti-war tone. Okay, please pause this, add the notes, but thank you very much. That analysis should be all you need to help produce a top mark piece of work and to begin making comparisons of other poems. So thank you, good luck.